I had a gay professor. You need that. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. I know it's corny, but that's what they need.
And number one, I don't need some other man, especially a gay one, to have to teach my child
Why don't you go preach to them kids in Chicago and go down there and talk to them and they need a gay man in their life?
Grace and peace, everybody. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, and you know what we're about to do. Let's not even give any fluff. Let's jump right into it. Obama has never been cool. I know this is going to be a hot take. I never liked Obama. I've never liked him. I didn't buy into his swag. I didn't buy into his persona that he put out there. I never did. I thought it was all conjecture. I thought it was all contrived. And we now know this in 4K. This man was never for strong Black families. He was never for strong nuclear families. And let me also just add this in here to get the fight going real nice and hot. Obama was never a Christian. A lot of people were fighting me about this early on during his campaigning and such of that nature. Oh, he went to this church, or you can find Barack in the Bible, blah, blah, blah. That man was never a Christian. If you can show me him making argumentation for the Christian faith, I will listen to what you're saying. Besides that, though, this man has been a fraud from the word go. And this is such a great example of his fraudness. All right, let's get at it. I want to get that off my chest, but thank you so much. We're going to look at Obama on Michelle Obama's podcast. I don't even know what to say. I got some things to say about this as a husband married to a Black woman who's raising daughters. The stuff that Obama says right here should have everybody pitchfork and torching. I'm saying pitchforks are us should be sold out. Torches by the dozen should be being sold, because this is insane what he is saying. Not just for the Black family, not just for the white community, but for all people who believe in strong nuclear family. This should have your blood pressure going through the roof. And if you don't mind, down in the comments below, let me know if you can show me an example of Barack Obama making a case for Christians to do the thing that he's about to say gay men should do for young boys, which is, bring this in.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
One dad.
I know everybody's talked about this. When did it ever become an issue that boys were exposed to just their dads? And is it possible? Is that even a thing? Like, you're only going to be exposed to your dad. So you're not going to see men at church, not going to see men in the community, not going to see men at the grocery store, not going to see men at school. You only exposed to just your dad. That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all.
No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. What he's saying right there is true. Like, if I were raising boys, of course, I would need my kid's coach, to work with my boys differently than I do. My pastors differently than I father. I mean, that's just logical. We understand that. And I think the nefariousness, I think the scariness about what's happening here is Obama is not lying in this opening. He's giving you truth that everybody like, yeah, okay, yeah, I can agree. I don't know what Michelle talking about with those dads thing. I'm gonna just put that over to the side because that's some uber ignorance. Shut up. So he's saying something that's true. Most of us agree with. Herein is the rub, though. Let's go.
Right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college.
Now Obama is taking the truth claim that, yes, you should have other male influences in your life. Nobody's disagreeing with that. If you have a son that's playing soccer, football, baseball, whatever, he's got coaches. Of course. If you work out at a gym, you have your coach. You got other people in your life experts and mentor and apprenticeship relationships are all the time. So he's taking that truth claim and now he's going to tie on to that truth claim, stitch onto that truth claim his own experience to validate. He's using the truth claim to validate his experience.
At a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant.
I just wonder, did the man's sexual preference have to play a role in him calling you out when you were saying something ignorant? We don't know what class or what professor, what role this professor had. So we don't know that specifically. But was it necessary for his sexual preferences to play a role in order to do that? I ask that because am I to believe that there's no man can call out somebody unless you know exactly how they get down at adult happy time? That's not necessary. So why would you have to bring it in, Obama? Okay.
You need that
Well,
to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then...
And it's been said, I want to make sure I say it again. It's funny, he's talking about dads and their boys as if there's no mom in the story. This is the erasure of women in 4K on full display. It sounds like I might be tinfoil hatting it. I promise you there's a little bit of tinfoil inside my baseball cap, but no, I'm being for real. Why is it that why do you need a man whose sexual preferences are deviant in order to teach you compassion and empathy? Where's the boy's mama? I'm gonna back that up a little smidgen so you can see how he's took the truth claim again that there's all kinds of relationships that we have in our lives, tied his experience to it, and now he's making this assertion that, well, how did you get there? Watch this.
They have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this. Empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right. So that I think is creating that community. I know it's...
So what does the end goal look like? Are we with this relationship, you got a dad who's got a gay friend that's helping him raise his boy. We don't know what mom is doing. So we'll just move mom out of the picture. How does that relationship make a boy become a man that protects, provides, and cares for a woman and a family? How does that work? Because at the current moment, we don't have a woman in the picture at all. We have a heterosexual dad, a homosexual friend, a boy being mentored by the groomed by this relationship. And I have no idea how this plays out. And please, again, comment down below, explain to me how this is a Christian idea that Obama's projecting, especially if you're one of those people that argue that Barack Obama is a Christian. Okay.
Corny, but that's what they need.
And number one, I don't need some other man, especially a gay one, to have to teach my child, my son, what it means to be kind, to be gentle, to be gracious. I have the Holy Spirit for that. And apparently,
come on now. Come on, my brother. Come on. And even more than that, you're assuming that men don't have kindness, empathy, and compassion in themselves. Like I was in a Bible study recently and they were talking about, is the compassion of God in the Old Testament different than in the New? I'm like, no, it's actually the exact same. And no, it's the exact same in 4K. We don't need, all we need to do is look at it and see his compassion running amok in the Old Testament, just like it is in the New. And this idea right here is just such a brain dead idea. Shout out to this brother though, for real.
That's just for boys. The little girls just know how to do it by themselves, apparently. What's really crazy to me, and I love Barack for what he did for the culture, right? He's the first black president, but we also know from a biblical standpoint, the policies he put in place as president did not align with the word of God at all. right? I'm gonna finish my point though. What really threw me was when Michelle said, it doesn't matter how good of a dad you are, you're not gonna be enough. You need other men to come in and play a role, almost to supplement your shortcomings. Can you imagine if anyone said that about a woman or a mother? Man, social media would be on fire right now. My point is this: yes, the clip was crazy. It felt like an indirect attack on fatherhood. As a young father, as a black man, it felt like an indirect attack on fatherhood.
No, it was a direct attack. I think this brother is a good brother. No issue with him at all. He still wants to give Obama the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving him no benefit of the doubt. He's doing this intentionally. Go back and watch him scold black men about voting for Kamala. Go back and listen to how he talks to black men. He hates us. He does. He does hate black men. He hates black men directly. He hates masculine men indirectly. I'm sorry. There's no way you can't show me him. Show me an example of him being supportive of the traditional male role. I'll wait.
And it was disappointing because Barack Obama is the barometer of what it means to be a man in the black community. Everyone looks at Barack and he's like, he is the paradigm. And so for him to say that and for him to co-sign that feels like a betrayal as a black man.
Don't brother, it's not a betrayal. He never was. You just believed and wanted to believe that he was different, and he wasn't. He didn't betray you. He's just showing you exactly who he's always been. This is not a betrayal. This is 100% exactly who Obama has been.
The black father, as someone who prioritizes my child, my wife, so forth and so on, it feels like a betrayal for basically the paradigm of the black community. What it means to be a man in the black community is saying this about black boys and black fathers. It feels like an indirect attack, and it feels like a betrayal.
When I was in high school, I was 18 years old. I had this flamboyant, gay teacher. He was a white man. It's a predominantly black high school. And this man had to be about 34 years old. He was like in his mid-30s. I remember I ended up leaving that school and I went back to Florida. 5 or 6 years, I'm well past high school. I'm like 26 years old. And, you know, Facebook will recommend people to you that they think that you know because, you know, Facebook, the ops, right? And so I see my old teacher. I see him. And I went on his page because I noticed that I seen some guy that was in the default picture with him. And I looked through his pictures, and it turns out that he was married. The guy that he was married to was the dude that sat right next to me in my senior year in high school. Yeah, he married one of my classmates. And the man was 35 years old. My classmate was 18.
It's like there's a
Wait up. Hold on, wait up. And that's not grooming. That's not grooming, huh? Okay. Man, that's crazy.
35 years old. My classmate was 18.
It's like there's an agenda to eradicate masculine men. What is this war against men? I just can't understand it. Why does a straight man need to confide in a feminine man for anything?
Please say that again.
Let's normalize men being men. The agenda you're pushing, it's not working. People are not falling for that anymore. Not even people in that community. It's not cool. I'm raising a young man, and I want him to be just that, a young man. He can go to his father, his uncle, his cousins, or any other masculine man to get the answers that he needs. He doesn't need to confide in a man who can't even relate to the issues he's going through.
Let's go.
So basically, instead of having a heterosexual man in your house, you will prefer 2 men lovers to raise a boy. Barack Obama is the reason why we have all this wokeness going on in this country right now.
Can we take a second and think about that? This brother is on the money. The reason the modern day sexual revolution or perversion has run amok is because of the jet fuel that Barack Obama put on that flame. Let me back it up again, just so, yeah, this is exactly right.
Obama is the reason why we have all this wokeness going on in this country right now. He's the prime example. He's the poster child for this, and a hypocrite. I remember he was against it, and then when that PAC gave him that money, that man ran on it. The nerve of him to go on there, and this goes back to the campaign. I'm tired of Barack Obama coming and telling black men what they gotta do when you haven't even experienced the American black situation. When you was born in Kenya, came here and was in Hawaii, your mother's white. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Why don't you go preach to them kids in Chicago and go down there and talk to them and say, yo, this is what... Don't go down there and tell them that they need a gay man in their life.
No, I want him to do that. I want him to take the same lot smoke and the same heat, all this energy, all this bravado, all your swag, go down there and sell that down there in the hood, Obama. Sell it in the hood. Sell that. That's what they need. Don't tell the two-parent homes they need to do it. Go tell the fatherless communities of Chicago. Tell those boys they need this and sell it there. And then once you sell it there and it works, then you come and tell us. I'm still going to laugh at you and I'm still going to deny you. But at least you've tried it. At least you have proof of concept.
Them young boys in Chicago gonna pull up switches out of good old Barry.
All right, Obama is officially not like us. Masculinity is not toxic. It's healthy. Come on. I just want somebody to show me. When has Obama ever been supportive of true masculinity? Just old school, strong male figures. Because we're not a problem. We're not a sickness that needs to be healed. You need strong men. Where is that? We are called to raise men of God. Let's go, sir. Come on. There's no way a real man would have said that. Come on. Barack's best gay dude friend. Oh, just go away. Just go away. I'm going to end on that. Just go away. Just go away. No, nobody's listening to you. My dude, nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. But please let me know down in the comments what you think. Do you think that I'm a little bit off? You think I'm missed the point? Maybe there's a point that I'm missing and that I need some element to it that I missed. Throw it in the comments. Let me know. I really would appreciate it for sure. I do thank you so much for liking the video. Thank you so much for tapping in with us, hanging out with us today. It's been a good one. I'm looking forward to doing this again real soon. So until then, grace and peace.